Walking after whiskey could cause serious side effects. Proceed with caution.
This is for you, Debbie, baby.
Blessings on it.
You want another blanket, bro? Don't bend over, just look down.
Book.
It is a pussy. It's a hairy. You got a hairy pussy and a dick on the side of your head. What?
Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey with Trevor and Travis. I'm Trav.
I'm Trev.
We're going to break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead tonight.
We're gonna break down a
Fine,
wonderful.
fine.
I almost said it without laughing. A great bottle of whiskey here for you guys. We're just gonna give you a review of a whiskey. We don't know if anybody likes this, but we're gonna give it a shot.
We got a great episode for you guys tonight. We're going to break down season 7, episode 13, entitled Bury Me Here.
And we're gonna go over and have ourselves a nice little fun drinking game. You ready for that tonight?
Did my homework, baby.
All right, good. You're
Let's
gonna
get to
need
the
it.
reviews. Let's get right into the review, Trevor. First thing we want to talk about is Carol and her coming around. We see her sitting up in her room, tossing and turning, smoking cigarettes, lighting lanterns, and just thinking what it really meant, the cryptic things that Daryl and Morgan told her about what happened in Alexandria.
Well, she's been secluded for so long, telling nobody to bother her. Morgan's been covering for her, this and that. You see her at the beginning of the episode, asking Morgan what really happened over there, and he says, you know what, you and Daryl talked, so you need to talk to Daryl about that, and he's going to give you that answer. And he's just kind of shrugging her off. He said, look, I covered for you. I've been telling these people the whole time that you're not here, and so you need to not ask me this, and ask Daryl.
Remember when Daryl and Glenn and they were all caught in the woods with Rosita, they were trying to find Carol. This is kind of her fault. And so I don't know if she knows that aspect of why they were out there, but as much as she wants to be left alone and get to her own devices, she's finding out more and more in her own self that she is part of a family and she is part of the Atlanta Five, and she does care about these people and will kill for them. And now she's kind of mustering her chops up to get ready to fight.
Yeah. So the second thing we're seeing is the big bad exchange here. You see old Dick Nose Richard. You guys never know.
Richard knows.
Richard knows. When that light hits his nose, man, it looks like an upside down pecker right there, man. That's pretty funny. But
He's upside down all the time, so I don't know that very well.
right. So you see him looking at these shopping carts and stuff, and you see the area he's looking in. You see the yellow bin and stuff, and something significant about it. It's like, what the hell's going on here? And we heard about a betrayal that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And this seems to be it. They go to exchange, and they only got 11 melons instead of 12. And they order all their guns. He takes their guns, and then boom, they shoot the kid because they don't have the melons. He's the one that hid the melon. Didn't hide the cucumber, hid the melon.
In the beginning of the episode, we see them loading up one barrel and a tied down crate. Very cryptic, like, what is really going on here? Everyone's very somber. And we find out later, the foreshadowing, we find out later what happened.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was the exchanges have been very tense lately. And the guy keeps calling out Ezekiel saying we're light, we're short, when they haven't been. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I don't know if he's pushing, and obviously the tension between Richard and his right-hand man is causing a lot of problems with him, and obviously Ezekiel, because they're not just bowing down and looking down. They're obviously giving their things over, but unwillingly. So it's like, it's a very tense exchange, and they've been getting more tense and more tense. And last time he said, next time if he's here and it's like this, it'll become very visceral.
Yeah, and Dick Nose is up to bat first. Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
And so after this happens, they go home. Poor kid bleeds out, and Morgan is just losing his shit. he's walking around where they stop. He's thinking there's something's up with that roadblock with the arrow as the basket's pointing in, as an arrow, and so he's walking around and he's having flashbacks of clearing. And I was thinking, hey, the old Morgan's coming back. He's about to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I started kind of piecing together was sometimes I'll watch a show. After I watch the show one time, I'll watch it second time for questions for Trevor. And I noticed when Richard was burying, was digging his own grave, there was a line of shopping carts on the side of his house. And I'm like, what is all that for? And later on, I see shopping carts blocking the road. And I couldn't piece it together till the very end what was going on. And it was really crazy when Morgan just had to just anger, just kicks a barrel over, and there's a cantaloupe right underneath the yellow barrel, and that made him come unraveled. He was just didn't know what was going on, but that part he knew someone was messing something up.
Yep. And so he goes back into old Dick Nose's room and throws the yellow recycling bin in there, and he ain't gonna deny it then, and says, "Hey man, he said I was up to bat. I was gonna lose my life for this cause. I think to make Ezekiel fight." So he was going to lose his life. And he told a nice, warming story about how he lost his wife and his daughter and stuff. And so he said, "I thought it was going to be me." And Morgan's sitting there like he's going to kill somebody and shit. And then, sure enough,
Richard set it up to be him. He said he knew he was up to bat. He knew they already hated him, and he knew that if he's caused any problems by going there, it was going to be him. Yeah. And when it wasn't him, you see his face just like. The whole time afterwards, the whole exchange.
My plan didn't go through.
Yoinks! Right? It was like definitely.
And then, so on the next exchange, he gets his wish. He goes up there and they give him that one cantaloupe that we've seen him load up. And then, as he's saying, he said, "Look, guys, we get it." Richard's whole plan to tell them was, "Hey, we understand you guys," and then to strike behind him. And as soon as he was saying that, Morgan grabs his old karate stick and says, "Whap, whap, whap," and strangles his ass out dead.
Yeah, dead.
And Negan's guys, they had to be a little scared there. Just
they watch, like,
they're not used to that. People killing each other. They're used to them doing the killing and stuff. So.
Everyone put their guns down and just watching horror as Morgan's like, "Oh, wow."
And then even when Ezekiel leaves, like, "Morgan, come on, you don't need to be alone." He's like, "Man, I just said leave me alone." It's like nobody's fucking with old Morg right now. So
yeah, he told Ezekiel what had happened. The whole thing was his fault, and Ezekiel kind of like was processing all of this. And Ezekiel, you can tell now, looks like he's ready to be more militant. In the comic books, Ezekiel is very fast to join Rick's army. Ezekiel's been waiting for a long time for someone to come along and get everyone together. But Ezekiel obviously is a very, very calm and relaxed person in this show. And so it took the breaking of one of their youngest, a guy whose dad he knew very well, right in front of him to make him want to change and to fight Negan.
And to touch back on one thing you were saying about Carol being a part of the group, when the kid got shot, Ezekiel took her to Carol's house. I think it must be the first house as they're entering. He says, "Hey, sorry about this," but I think he's trying to pull her in too, just in case they have to fight. Maybe it's a subliminal thing or whatever, but it's a good move because then the next thing we're talking about is Morgan goes up after he kills old Dick Nose and knocks on Carol's door and says, "Do you want to know what happened in Alexandria? Do you want to know what happened?" He only has to ask her twice. She says, "Yeah." He tells her. She's like, "Whoa, oh, oh," and take it from there.
Yeah, the last scene we see Carol. She walks up to the kingdom. She clears the streets out, and she walks into the kingdom and looks at Ezekiel on the ground planting some flowers, or planting some kind of crops with a child. And she goes, "Well, you have to get ready. We have to fight." And Ezekiel's, kind of calling back to what she said when she's planning her plans. He goes, "Yeah, not today.
We will, but not today." And I think they're making a memorial for the kid or burying him. The smoky tires.
It looked like it was. Well, the tires were there. I don't know because they kind of were the same kind of blocks, and there were tires on both sides. I don't know if I don't know if they composted.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. This part of the kingdom. But I want to hammer home. They all kind of brought up these facts of they were always waiting for someone to come help them. Richard brought up how he was with his daughter and his wife and waited with his daughter for 3 days, and no one came to save them. Morgan obviously couldn't save his son he couldn't shoot his wife, who actually ended up fighting his son. And so we're seeing a huge theme of everyone is waiting for someone to do something, and now they've all realized that, hey, we have to do it. We have to step up. We are the ones that will come.
I'm sure you guys agree when we're getting tired of this shit, like getting bullied. It's like we're watching a fucking episode of Roots, man. It's like everybody's just getting fucked up.
No doubt.
And so hopefully they don't lead us up to the end of this season with now they're planning to fight. It's like everybody has their own little plan to fight, but nothing's happening yet.
They will. They still have Oceanside to get.
quit cotton balling us and fucking.
They still have Oceanside to get. They still have to get the Garbage Pail Kids.
That's
There's still a lot of people to gather up with their weapons before they head on. But believe me, next season is going to be nuts, man. We're talking Negan rolling in on a diesel on the hood of it. So believe me, it'll be well worth the wait. Good review, buddy.
All right, let's review this good fine whiskey here.
Everybody, here's some actual facts on how whiskey is actually good for you.
Whiskey fact number 67. You stressed out? It's a stress destroyer.
Ah, get out of your stress. Get out. Fine or good. One of them would have been fine with me. So I think we actually touched on last time about whiskeys and just how popular they are these days, and bourbons especially. A little sweeter, should be a little more refined. But we're finding out that all these new labels aren't waiting long enough to let their babies mature to be nice young women.
This bottle in particular, and I quote right off the bottle, distilled and aged in Rebel Yell Distillery in Louisiana. It does not say how long it's been distilled for or aged for, you know.
Right.
So this is aged 2 days off the Safeway shelf, and that's what it tastes like. Let's taste it.
Who do you think would drink a whiskey like this on The Walking Dead?
A fucking zombie.
Or Bob, because Bob was a drunk, right? So we'll say Bob, Zombie Bob, or Zombie.
Bob. Well, he's a fine taster. He grabbed a bottle of Hennessy off that shelf. And, that ain't too bad. So I don't know, man. I would say that a zombie would drink this shit because he's already dead, and hopefully his guts are hanging out because this going through the guts needs to air out a little bit. It's very fuming.
It's good mixing whiskey. Good mixing whiskey. Get a Coke, get a bottle of this, go to the movies.
Yeah, I tried it with lemonade, and it was pretty good. It was all right. I poured it on my ribs as I was cooking them.
Yeah, marinade.
Oh no, I just seared them at the end. Just gave them that nice. All right, right on.
Review. Rebel Yell, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. The original time-honored recipe with a big, round body and full flavor. We like round bodies and full flavor. 80 proof, 40%. Tasting notes, you will taste honey and butter, followed by a hint of plum and raisins for a long, warm finish with an interesting touch of spiciness. Ingredients, wheat, corn, malt, and dog shit. Please get Rebel Yell at your local stores or online at www.forwhiskeylovers.com.
Howdy, howdy. We're going to get a lot more drunker here.
More drunker is way more better.
It's going to help us sleep very good and wake up feeling like shit. So let's get to it.
This is the part of the show where we ask each other 3 questions about last night's episode. And usually what happens is if I get one right, I don't drink. If he gets one right, he doesn't drink. If we both get them wrong, we both drink or we both don't drink.
Whiskey is very hurtful. So
to the soul.
Let's make these questions count. I'm going to go ahead and go first because I'm pretty confident here.
Okay.
Let's see how much homework Big Dog did here.
The confident bumblebee over here.
All right. So here we go. What was the street name where the roadblock is set?
Take a look if you want, but keep your guns up.
Lombard.
Linwood.
Oh, God. There was just a little...
Dude, it took me a long time to look at it.
I thought I had
Good for
it.
you for looking.
Lombard, it was like, really?
Check it and see what you guys think.
Trevor knows. I think...
No, you know.
We're getting really good on knowing what we look out for, and Trevor knows I'm a big name guy. So a person comes up to Ezekiel, King Ezekiel, and tells him about they have these bugs in their garden, and she's very afraid of Sheba. What's this woman's name?
We got a little problem that could turn into a big problem inside of a week. Most of the plants down there, they got weevils.
Sheba.
Navina.
It's close.
Close enough to drink with me.
Oh yeah. Ooh, let's hear the rebel yell.
Oh, like in the name. Someone asks you for some of this, always rebel. Okay, go ahead,
Obviously,
bud.
that's why I need to brush up on these names.
Mm.
Alrighty here. Look at that. Okay. What did the sign say, and which way was it directing the sign that Carol killed a bunch of zombies with?
The sign said one way, and it was going. If you're holding it, it was going to the right.
Absolutely right.
Bam, baby. Let's see here. So Morgan's been teaching a young man about the ways he was taught from his bow staff instructor about the ways of being peaceful. He walks into Morgan's room with a gift, and he states some one line from the book that he gave him. And what was the book? What was the line that he stated?
We're 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Thank you for this. I'm still thinking about it. To injure an opponent is to injure oneself.
He says, hurting your opponent is hurting yourself.
I'm gonna need better than that.
Well, that's
Nope.
fine. It says causing.
Final answer: to injure an opponent is to injure oneself. Sorry, bud.
Hurting is injured.
We're going contextual here.
Pretty fucking
Okay.
close, so you gotta give me that.
Yo, it's close as hell. I'd almost take half a shot with you. Actually, I should probably take half a shot. Last question, bud.
Last question. Let's make it a good one.
Mm-hmm.
How many shopping carts did we see on the side of the brick building?
There's no way you can know that.
Yes,
There's
there is.
no way you can know that.
What's up, Mr. Homework?
We're gonna say that there was 39 carts.
Woo! Fucking close. There's 26 carts. It took me 5 minutes to count those fuckers, dude, and in 3 different positions of the screen.
Jesus, dude! Oh my God! I'm gonna check that again.
Yeah.
And if I count them out right,
I got
nut punch you.
26. You guys pause it as soon as he walks around the corner on that brick building. Pause it before he gets in front of the carts and count. 26.
When they're loading the single cantaloupe up in the first scene of the episode, there are 2 vessels in the background. What are those 2 vessels?
Two vessels, as in vehicles, trucks.
Anything that can carry people is a vessel.
Oh, Jeep Wrangler, black, right?
Mhm.
Yep. And then the vessel that they're loading into? Or there's
No,
another one in the
because you
back?
see the view from the cantaloupe, and you see outside where they are. There's 2 vessels outside in the parking lot where they're all standing.
See, Jeep and... No.
Those 2 vehicles were a bus and a 5th wheel camper. Your choice.
Oh, a bus and a 5th wheel? The Jeep wasn't back there?
No Jeep back there.
Oh, okay.
But since I don't drink. Do I drink? Yeah, I drink.
Yeah, oh yeah, both wrong.
Damn.
Well,
Cheers, baby.
that was a good one. thank you guys for watching Walking After Whiskey, making it through another episode and another, this time, horrible bottle of whiskey. But here's some internet stuff for you.
Yeah, our editor always wants us to do this outro when we've been drinking a lot, and it doesn't ever help with my verbiage because I talk very fast, as I've been reading the comments from all of my friends online.
So makes it flow all in one word.
I want to thank forwhiskeylovers.com for supplying with whiskey tonight. I also want to thank all of our friends on our the official fan forum for Walking After Whiskey, and thank Trevor and thank editor, thank everybody else. If you want to win Funko Pops, please watch our page on Facebook. We offer a lot of questions. We have like 13 more to give away before the last 3 episodes are over. Thank you again for watching us. And Trevor has a question for you right now. This is a bonus.
First of all, I want to thank all our super fans that always repost it for us. We appreciate you guys.
Jen, Amanda, absolutely love you guys.
Gonna go above and beyond for you guys. And but here's a question that you guys might know. Okay, when they get off when the shopping carts are blocking them, they're going by all these stores. There's a Dean's Appliance Service store. Now, what does the bottom lettering say on that sign? Dean's Appliance Service. What's the little print say?
Now you know what I have to deal with. I have to drink because of that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much for watching
We got
our show.
these bad boys for you.
Your choice. Only of these 4.
I might keep the Rosita though.
Yeah, we know you. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.